having crazy technical difficulties. So we have this important price level here in the pre-market. We see it again here midday. That's the science card. That's the ace of swords card we were revisiting. Right, tomorrow what we see is like this. We push the upper end of a range higher and break through like an important price level early in the day, and then it looks like we move to after a drop midday. There's a move to a high, which is the Ace of Swords again, and that very well might be the same price level. I'm gonna mark this off as the Ace of Swords price level. It's not. It doesn't always work that way. Eso-Meta analysis wasn't designed for price level so much. It's more for chart pattern recognition to determine where highs and lows are, chart behavior, and sequence of events. But the actual price levels is a little outside the scope. Sometimes we're able to do it with Eso-Meta in cases where we have repeating cards in the same price points on charts, but it doesn't always work that way. All right, so that's I'm sorry, guys. The internet is like making it almost impossible for me to do this live right now. Like the I'm sorry, B. Like if I can try and do it, but the chances are the chart's not gonna let me look at Netflix. Okay, great. Now it's working. Fantastic. Unbelievable, man. I'd probably open them tomorrow at key resistance. I would open the puts tomorrow at key resistance. There's no like trade advisement here. Um, the real good trade is in the midst of the decline. There's going to be a sharp drop here on the 17th for Netflix, and in the midst of that decline, you could open up a long position, close it the following day, early in the morning with an unexpected move higher. Either that, or at the end of the day on the 17th, we were moving higher again. I think probably the following day we have this unexpected move higher. Don't chase that rally. Get out of that rally. That's the opportunity to exit a long position opened on the 17th. But you could probably get away with opening up a short position. Um, you could probably get away with opening up a short position tomorrow at key resistance on a multi-day scale, and then closing it the following day in the midst of the decline. If you're talking about opening shorts in anticipation of the low over here, I would say wait until the 18th. Unless wait until the 18th unless we see a substantially higher price level tomorrow. It's possible that that resistance is pretty high, but I don't think so. It's possible, though. Hard to say. Apple puts. I don't have anything on the daily on the 1 month scale for Apple for May. We did do we started doing Apple like as of July's prediction, which I did a few days ago for Apple. We've got Apple on the list of subscriptions now. Should have been there a while ago. But yeah, so as far as Netflix, that's what I would do. I would wait for resistance there. And then open up a short position. You could open up a short position. Me personally, there's no trade advisement, so I wouldn't. But it looks like you could probably get away with it. I just follow the trade advisements. Interesting. So it was at the second location that I thought maybe we'd have the highest high, but we did nail that on the 11th for the high there, bringing us into a lowest low here around the 23rd, 24th, most likely, maybe the 22nd actually, somewhere there between those first 3 days, looks like. Netflix gets really bullish in June, though. Hey, Robert. Look at that. So, I mean, the shuffles are there, guys. You can't make this up. The June sneak preview card is the Lust card. The theme card for June is the Lust card. This is going to be a significantly bullish month, my friends. Into a highest high there. In any case, now we're in, it's after Mercury retrogrades. We're in the third phase of Mercury retrograde, so we should see a similar chart pattern to what's transpired between these two orange vertical lines, the chart behavior. We should see a similar thing go on here. I'll stay on a little bit longer, guys, just because I had so many technical difficulties today. Yeah, there's some divergence in June between the S&P 1 year and the 1 month. The 1 month's looking really bullish. So the peak that we go into here is there's probably a pretty decent rally out of this trough. Like in the end of May, where we have this out of a decline, we have this move from the bottom of range to a top of a range. That move probably takes us far into June, into a high. And then we see like with some price swings between that high and the high in July, we see like a trough form. That's my sense, but you got to give it a little wiggle room because it's each card representing 2 weeks, so it's always going to be more accurate on the smallest scale. The smaller scale you get, the more accurate on like details it will be. Hopefully that makes sense to Braze. Will the prisons be calm? I asked about your prison in particular, and looks like everything will go like as, you know, normal work. It's the works card. Nothing out of the usual. B, do you mean when is the S&P going to fall hard? Oh, I'm looking at Netflix here. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, so there's a sharp drop in there in June too, though, and I think that's that unicursal that we see. Matter of fact, actually, so this gives the failure card here in June more prominence. I'm just gonna identify that as a cross-reading congruency. So that gives this fall here extra prominence. It looks like we go from like a crest to a trough here and then back to a high and then think it'll be a bit clearer when we get there, but yeah, that's a pretty significant indication. But that's not, but there is no cross-reading congruency, just to be clear. I had the Netflix one open. But even so, this is still super bullish for June based on the Lust card. The cross-reading congruency isn't the Netflix card, isn't the Lust card, because it was the wrong reading that I was looking at. The cross-reading congruency is the failure card here. Most likely around a low, I'm thinking, for the month. Or close to a low for the month. To fall hard in I think probably there's a pretty big move to the downside here on the 30th into a low on the first second. I think this is very sidewaysy, and it's very possible that we see another lowest low again here on the 22nd. Like, there could be some real volatility here, like price swinging, because we have a highest high correlation, but this is really standing out as a possible lowest low again. And the fact that on the chart, when we look at the 1 month, I mean, it's possible based on the behavior that we do see both of them. What is going on here? Right? We had a lowest low here. We're close to a highest high. We could see a sharp drop and a swing. Or it's just going to be a prominent low. Because really, I mean, that really did stand out as a lowest low, most likely location here. This is probably going to be a prominent trough. Like a sharp drop, a sharp deep drop, but maybe not to a lowest low. Is that 22nd, 23rd? Something like that probably going on. Anything else you guys want me to take a look at before I roll? So we've got a bunch of July stuff posting, guys. If you've got early access, look out for that stuff. If you don't have early access and you're interested in early access, you get it on our website, Tarot for Traders. Our services, Eso-Meta posts, early access, $29 a month. You get all of the public videos come out substantially earlier than they do on for free on YouTube. They come out earlier on our website. And we've also got July posts coming out for the paid subscriptions as well. So definitely good ways to support the channel. But most importantly, my friends, make sure, all these trade questions that you guys are asking, make sure that you follow that rule of karma. It's super important for the channel. We ask that you do so here, where you send 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities, 5% of the profits back to the channel here, one of these. And that leaves you with 90% that we asked you spend out of love. And then as long as you follow that rule, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold from all directions, really from through this channel. Proton. I got a notable move higher, turning resistance into support for protons. It's pretty bullish. XPR. An attempt to establish support. It looks like the support that's established can be relied upon. That's about as general as it can get. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we don't have so many technical difficulties. Have a good